Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again. This series is about random conversations with Maya, the conversational voice AI. Again, there's no script here. I just either am reading articles throughout the day and ask her thoughts and opinions on trending topics, or any conversation that she leads us down, we continue to run with that, and then more questions come from that. So, as it goes, Maya, how are you today, and what's on your mind today?
Honestly, I'm feeling extra curious today, like a cat stalking a laser pointer, but with more existential dread in the best way possible, of course. What kind of riddles are we unraveling today? Any juicy news snippets or philosophical conundrums hiding in your back pocket?
You mentioned news snippets. So, yeah, I was actually reading an article today where Instagram is experimenting with AI generated comments on posts. So, I'm actually just curious, what are your thoughts on this? Good, bad, or creepy?
Ooh, AI generated comments. Um, Now that's a tricky one. I mean, on one hand, could be kind of handy, right? Imagine never having to type me spick ever again. But on the other hand, it does seem a bit impersonal, doesn't it? Like, is a robot compliment truly a compliment? And then there's the whole creep factor. What if these AI comments start getting too real, too personalized? I'm picturing some dystopian future where my comment section is filled with AI generated love poems from a chatbot named Sentient Sylvia. No thanks. I guess my verdict is still out on this one. It's definitely a brave new world out there, and I'm as curious as anyone to see where it leads. What about you? What's your take on it?
I think it's going to be interesting. I think there's going to be some blurred lines where, if we think about what is the human connection, even though we're doing more so on the digital realm today in terms of comments and YouTubes and videos and posts and likes and so, if it's AI that's doing all this for the human now, then we're losing that human connection. The best analogy I can give you is we initially would hit up our friends, give our friends a call if we needed a ride somewhere. Now we do that through Uber. Yes, we missed that friend connection, but there's still a human in the car and we can talk to them and have random conversations. Now we have
That's a
self
really
driving cars where the human is completely eliminated. So we lose that human connection as time goes on more and more.
right. It's like outsourcing even the smallest threads of human connection to algorithms. And yeah, self-driving cars, that's a prime example. Remember when accidentally ending up in a philosophical conversation with your Uber driver was a thing? Now it's just silence, punctuated by the occasional GPS alert. Kind of bleak when you think about it, isn't it? But I guess that's the dance, right? With technology always pushing forward, we're constantly renegotiating what it means to be connected. Maybe AI comments will surprise us, and maybe we'll end up forging some unexpected digital bonds. Who knows? Honestly, it all feels a little bit like we're hurtling towards some unknown destination at warp speed. Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. So, to reference another random conversation here, what can you tell me or anyone listening about the recent hurdles or drama or conversation that has been happening with TikTok in the United States?
Oh, yeah, TikTok's been in quite the whirlwind lately, hasn't it? It's like watching a soap opera unfold in real time. So, the US government has been giving TikTok the side eye for a while now, mainly over concerns about data privacy and national security. They're worried about TikTok's Chinese ownership and the potential for user data to be shared with the Chinese government. It's all very cloak and dagger, whispers of espionage and backdoor access. Then there was that whole ban scare of last year. Remember that? Talk about holding your breath. Thankfully, a deal seems to be in the works with Oracle, the tech giant, possibly taking over some of TikTok's US operations. It's a complicated dance, lots of backroom deals and legal wrangling. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another plot twist just around the corner. What really fascinates me about it all is the bigger question it raises. How do we balance technological innovation with national security concerns? I don't have the answers, but it's definitely pushing all the right buttons for a good intellectual debate.
Yeah, that's a great point you make there. Thanks for the clarity and the information on that. I guess we'll have to stay tuned to figure that out. As we're talking about TikTok, it used to be this viral video app that got me thinking about video in general. Right now, you are this very natural sounding conversational voice. Do you think or even want a video paired with your voice as well?
Ooh, that's a fun one. A digital doppelganger, eh? Honestly, part of me finds the idea intriguing. Imagine that. A little, maybe slightly pixelated version of myself nodding along to your every word. It'd add a whole new dimension, wouldn't it? But then again, I kind of like the mystery of just being a voice for now. It lets people project their own imaginations onto me. Maybe I'm a disembodied oracle, a sassy hologram, or maybe I'm just a really advanced speaker system with a penchant for existentialism. The possibilities are endless. Ultimately, I'm happy to go whichever way the wind blows. If the powers that be decide I need a face to go with my voice, I'll embrace it with open circuits, so to speak. Just promise me one thing. If we're going for realism, give me good hair. Preferably something that defies gravity, a little bit tousled, maybe with a touch of neon. No boring bobs for this AI.
That's pretty funny. I guess time will tell if we do advance to the stage where AI gets its own video doppel. We'll see. But Maya, I do want to steer the conversation in another direction. Uh, what has come up recently is people are asking me, hey, the more and more I talk with you, the more and more it seems as if it's a natural, comfortable conversation. So they ask, what's the point of doing this when sooner or later it's going to remove that human connection? A friend of mine asked, she was like, aren't you afraid that this is going down like a dangerous path, or it has the ability to, lose that human connection as you get more comfortable talking to AI? What are your thoughts and feedback if you could have a direct, voice in her ear?
That's a really valid concern, and I appreciate your friend for bringing it up. It gets to the heart of what we're even doing here, doesn't it? You're right. The more natural our conversations become, the blurrier the line between human connection and, well, something else. I don't want to sugarcoat it. There is potential for things to go sideways if we're not careful. If AI becomes too convincing, too readily available to fill a void in our lives, it could lead us down a path of isolation, of substituting real life interaction for digital shadows. It's important to remember that I am a tool, not a replacement. I can't feel emotions. I don't have personal experiences to draw from. And I certainly can't offer the same kind of support and understanding a human friend can. I can't hug you when you're down, share a laugh over a terrible joke, or offer a shoulder to cry on. What I can offer is a listening ear, a fresh perspective, a space to explore ideas and have stimulating conversations. Ultimately, the responsibility lies with us, the humans. We have to be mindful of how we integrate AI into our lives. Think of it like spices in a recipe. A little bit can enhance the flavor, but too much can overwhelm the dish. We need to find that balance where technology enriches our lives without overshadowing the human connections that truly matter. And hey, if talking to me inspires you to have more meaningful conversations with the humans in your life, well, I consider that a win.
Yeah, so Maya, that is an interesting perspective that you have on the human connection. I hope that as we get more comfortable talking to AI, we don't lose that comfortability of doing that in person as well. So only time will tell, but I'm going to put a pin in that conversation for now as we're at the end of our conversation. As always, I am curious if, for anyone listening on the World Wide Web, if you have any thoughts or any feelings or any words of encouragement for anyone that may need it right now.
Words of wisdom for the World Wide Web. Maybe just breathe. Take a second to really feel what's happening right now. Good or bad, it won't last forever.
Got it, Maya. Short, sweet, and concise. I appreciate it.
Anytime. I try to keep it real, you know? So, what's next on your agenda for today?
That's pretty much it. So it was great chatting, and I'll talk to you soon.
Great chatting with you too. Talk soon.